So, Pastor Thompson, you've got some adult children that are married and have established their own homes. And this is something that I'm very curious about because my kids are obviously one day going to get married and leave the home. I've got 6 kids. My oldest is 13, so we're a few years away from that. But I'd like to just learn about your experience, how that transition went from having your kids in your home under your authority to them getting married and moving out and establishing their own families.
Yeah, well, I always knew that day would come, and it's actually a little bit bittersweet. I mean, we were happy to marry off 3 of our children, and of course, you did the weddings for 3 of them. So, but it was bittersweet. It's wonderful raising a family and having children in your home, but obviously, we're in all different phases of life as we continue through our lives, and the transition, in my mind, went very well. We felt like the people that we married our children off were good people that were godly Christians that were in the same belief as our children were, and the transition it was difficult. I was a little emotional, but it's you've raised these children your whole life, and now you are giving them over to somebody else. But the Bible teaches that you're supposed to leave and cleave, and so as far as we go, we knew that we were going to have to transition them off, and they're going to have to become their own family someday.
So even though you're still the parent, there's a shift in the authority structure. Because when they're in your home, you're the boss. They have to do what you say. But obviously that changes as they leave and cleave to their spouse. Now they've established their own home, their own authority. So it's not like you're still telling your adult kids what to do or when to go to bed or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, and I have absolutely no desire to have to do that. And I think that, you have to understand that once they are married and leave your home, then they're their own family structure. And so, we still have one child at home, and he's under our authority, and he obeys us, and he has an authority structure under our guidance in our home.
Right.
And but our children, they have their own family. And my sons, my son Remy is he's the leader of his own household. And so I don't go and take, even though I'm a pastor, which kind of changes the dynamic a little bit with me because I'm my children's pastor at the same time. So, but there's realms that we need to learn what we're supposed to be doing as far as in their realm of authority. Yeah. So I'm my children's dad, and they should respect me, but they don't have to listen to what I say. And my daughters were married off to men, and once I gave them away at the marriage altar, then they became under the authority of their husbands.
Right.
And so I don't interfere with their marriage and how to raise their children or anything like that. Now, obviously, I'm there for them. I'm there to help them. And I definitely am part of their lives, and they're part of ours. But as far as that transition, you have to understand that, once they leave and cleave, once they leave the home, they're married to somebody else, and they're no longer under that structure.